Morning. There we go. We are getting started. Good morning. We are up and awake today. Good morning. Stuff on the screen. There we go. Yeah, clear. Awesome. So today is going to be an amazing day. Hopefully you had great sleep this week. Extra hour is awesome. We're going to start with abs today and also some glutes. So we have 3 rounds of abs, 2 rounds of glutes. We're going to use the ball, as you see here in the background, dumbbells, and also a mini band. If you have it, you're going to be like moving a ton. So many different types of mini bands. You know, you got the cloth ones, the skinny ones, wider ones, whichever you have. I like these ones best because they have lots of stretch, the rubber ones. So let's get started right away. We'll start with the abs 3 rounds, and then we'll do glutes 2 rounds, and that's probably going to be class. It's super tight today. So let's get moving. Quick warm up, because we're going to use the abs as our warm up a little bit, just to get us moving. So it's going to be a quick 3-minute warm up on the shoulders, a little bit on the lower body. So abs, I like to work the entire ab area. It's not just abs, it's like all the way in here, like between your hips and the shoulders, basically. So up and over. Stretch it out because it feels good. Over and back, then 360. 360. I'll go between like 5 and 8 reps. Super deliberate, squeezing those muscles as you move. And then the opposite direction, just to make sure to work both sides. You'll probably have one side that's a little more flexible than the other. Quick band pull apart to the front, squeeze. And so while I'm doing this, you know, your core is tight, you're squeezing these muscles down here just to kind of like passively activate them. Squeeze up, nice and strong, pull apart. Give yourself a double chin. And then we're gonna go vertical, even though we're not really directly working the upper body today, but it's gonna play a role. Squeeze, back up. Squeeze, drive with the elbows back. Core tight. And breathe. So we're gonna take this, we're just gonna put it on the ground. Using our mat, we're gonna hit up those lunges just kind of to the side, other side, seeing how our hips feel. You know, if any cracking happens in the knees, the ankles, the hips, just slide right over. You can come up and over, or you can slide through, or you can combine the two, up and over, and slide through. 4 and 4 is usually a patterning I do. Then let's hit up some squats just to see how those hips are feeling. Down, up, reach. Remember to push your butt back as you sit down. Try to get into, it's called the pocket. When you sit down, drive your butt back, a little bit of a lower back arch, just to stack the back. So stacking, meaning stacking the vertebrae. Basically like Legos. The back likes to be stacked versus like you don't want to arch forward with it like that. Down and up. All the way up, all the way down. Maybe a little double pump at the bottom just to see how those hips are feeling. And we're going to get right into it, wasting no time. First series is going to be about 15 minutes. A little bit of rest in between just to catch our breath, but it is abs, so they can recover a little bit quicker than some other muscle groups. So we're going to start with rollouts. We're using the ball for 2. Rollouts, passes, mountain climbers, reverse crunches, like it's killer. And I know you can do it. So you do what you can and then adjust accordingly. So stability ball rollouts on the knees. Oh, you guys already know what you're doing. Awesome. Ready? And Go. So it's basically 12-minute abs today. You might need a dumbbell or two just so that your ball doesn't roll away on you. So on the knees, if you're on the elbows, that's okay. Basically, you're driving it out. Open up at the shoulders. Drive your elbows back in towards your belly button. Just make sure to keep your hips back a little bit. You don't want to roll forward and bounce off the bottom, basically like a trampoline. Now, this is only a minute for each exercise, built-in transitions. You're not going to get a ton of reps, maybe somewhere between 6 and 12, 6 and 10 maybe, depending on your pace. Out, roll it out, suck it back in, and then sweep it underneath you. Driving with the elbows like that, or drive with the arms down. We're going to transition, stability ball pass. We're going to roll over on our back. And 3, 2, 1. So this really just depends on you. Out and switch to the feet. Squeeze in the feet, open her up and back up again. Or just the legs if the ball is too heavy, or just some single leg drops. Same idea, you just bring the ball up, touch your legs, switch sides and up. So whichever variation you would like to do, and you can always mix and match. It doesn't have to be just the pass, but obviously that's the goal. And then the ball will help stop you on the bottom. It'll touch the ground, keep squeezing up, switch to the hands and back down. Next up is mountain climbers. I really like that one. That helps keep the abs really locked in there. And 3, 2, 1, roll it up. Use the ball to help roll it up. Maybe block it in between two weights so it doesn't roll around. Mountain climbers. Then I'm just gonna start with a simple step touch. You don't have to run, but a nice step touch with a solid core, bringing the knee up in towards, or even on the outside of the body, is gonna work your core in a different way. But holding that nice solid full body push up with a real easy step touch and a draw in on the vacuum. I'm gonna do everything just at a nice, smooth, flowing pace today. No bopping all over the place. And next up, reverse crunches. And 4, 3, 2, go back down. If you happen to have a weight to put up over your head, or you can hold on to whatever you have that's solid, up, touch your legs, back down, or even just lifting the hips, back down slowly. So adding in the legs makes it a little harder because you have to increase the range of motion, and obviously your legs have weight, so that's adding more intensity as you straighten the legs. I'm doing more of a froggy style. Up, squeeze, and back down. Up, and back down. In 5, 4, 3, 2, roll it up. Again, we have rollouts, passes, mountain climbers, crunches. So we can take a quick drink, maybe 30 seconds, get ourselves oriented, decide, okay, can I do more? And go from there, increase the range of motion. It's always nice to have that hot flushing feeling right after one set, hopefully. So let's get it set up. Stability ball pass. Ready? And go. Yep, go ahead. Roll it out. Pull back in. Awesome. All the way out and back in. So as you become more confident of the movement, you feel like the ball's not going to shoot out from underneath you. You can always increase the range of motion, maybe stay up a little taller. And my hips are back. It does look like they're kind of like, you know, bent a little bit. And that's really just to protect the lower back. You can't, like, if I'm fully straight, literally I can feel it in my lower back. So everybody's body position might be a little bit different in order to feel strong, but we don't want you to feel it in the lower back, right? In that center part of the lower back. That pinching is not a good sign. So if you keep your hips back a little bit to protect it, that's okay. Breathe out, pull in. And we're gonna switch. 4, 3, 2, 1, to the passes. All the way down, all the way up, or any variation of. It could just be with the legs even. Open it up with the arms, touch the legs. And again, this is really a hollow body position, or you can even do it half. Up, touch, back down, up, touch with some leg drops. And breathe out on the pull, or the return to this kind of start position here. Breathe out, or both legs, or this nice pass. Down, up slow, and 3, 2, 1, roll it up. Mountain climbers, nice and gentle. Just up into that nice solid position, step touch. If the mountain climber is not working for you or your wrists, we can just drop it down into a front plank. You can even step to the side. That one's always a nice one. Step to the front, bring your knee up, or just step with the knee underneath you, not to the side or anything like that. Just even holding that full body position can be a challenge for the core. So we're just changing our weight position. So small, but it's enough to create that tension in the core that you need to maintain the stability. And make sure you push away from the floor. Don't sink into your traps or your shoulder blades. And 3, 2, 1, back down, reverse crunches. Bring in those weights if you need it. Hold the underside of the couch and go right away. Up, down, and squeeze all the way down. Up, back down. And breathe. Lift those hips. Slowly lower them to the floor. Maintaining that lower back in contact with the floor. And if you feel the burning, this might be a good sign. Woo. And 4, 3, 2, 1. Whew. Come on up. We'll hydrate. 30 seconds. You get 30 seconds. You get 30 seconds. You get 30 seconds. We're into round 3 before we switch gears to our glutes, which is awesome. So abs always a popular body part to train. Glutes are super on fire right now. Let's get it set up. Ready? And go. Hitting up the fallouts, rollouts, sorry, not the fallouts. Fallouts are something else. All the way down, all the way up. Now, if you don't have a ball, maybe you have a TRX, you can be done with a TRX as well. And it's very similar to the ab wheel, but the ab wheel tends to be quite hard from the get-go. So I always use the stability ball. If you have a larger stability ball, that can work. This one is a 55 centimeter ball. Most have the super large ball, which is 65. All the way down, pull, All the way in. Draw it in, squeeze your butt. Squeeze your butt to help maintain your hip stiffness. Down, up. And if you want, you can give yourself a double chin. Keep your shoulder blades down. And last one. 3, 2, and 1. Stability ball pass. Lay it down in between the feet. I always feel like this exercise feels like a circus act. You know, when they're flipping things with their feet while laying on their backs. Ooh. All the way down, all the way up. Squeeze your feet, squeeze it in. Down, open up long. Draw in, lift your legs back up, and then switch. All the way down, all the way up. And breathe. All the way down, all the way up. Last 10 seconds. So we'll probably get in 1 or 2 more. Down, flow. Even if you come to here and then if you bring it back up, that's okay. 3, 2, 1. Mountain climbers. So 3 variations we're looking at today. Just a simple step touch. Core tight, then move your foot. So it's always like a reset every single rep. Or we can step to the side, more like a Spider-Man. Or even just step out side to side over the mat. Maintain that core stiffness and that nice plank. Your back is flat, but your butt might seem to be in the air. Not too much in the air, not down doggish. And even if you bring your hips down just like a half an inch, it's gonna change how hard it feels. Out. And you can always blend them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Just keeps it interesting. A little coordination happening there. And 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Reverse crunches. Whew, breathe down and go right away. As you flip, down and up. And down, up. Breathe out as you lift up, breathe out. Slow on the down. Breathe in and try again. I know with core, it's hard not to hold your breath during the whole thing because you're trying to contract inward, then lift, and there's a lot of moving parts going on here. And 5, 4, 3, 2, up. You can also roll it over, little cobra, just to help stretch it out if it feels particularly tight. You know, if you're down a little bit lower, half cobra, just up on the elbows. Just press your hips into the floor, draw your belly button in to let it relax. And then we're gonna switch gears. We're gonna hit up some glutes. So we're still gonna need the stability ball because we're gonna do some hip lifts today. So, stability ball, mini band, and I think we can keep the mini band on the entire time. And one weight, probably a 10-pounder. If you have something heavier, we can always use both. Kickstand, kickstand. Yeah, so at least one 10-pound dumbbell. If you have something less, we can use that, it's no problem. So, first up is hip lifts using the ball. And then we're gonna go to some lateral walks with the band. Okay, and then after that is glute kickbacks, which tends to be kind of straightforward. So, hip thrust is where we're gonna start. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 exercises, and then we'll repeat this twice. You guys ready? 9 minutes of glutes, and then 1 minute rest. Hip thrust starting off. Ready? And go. So you're gonna get into your ball. You can leave your feet on the mat to help, have a little bit of stickiness. Drop your bum down, up, and abduct. at the top. So through the heels, and you're gonna look down your body. Hip thrust, squeeze your butt, out, in, down. So the band is either above the knee or below the knee, because I find it's less meaty, a less meaty part of the muscles. So hopefully it doesn't dig in too bad. If you have the cloth bands, I apologize. Those are super tight sometimes. Great for resistance though. Out, in. When you come up, if you feel like you're feeling it in your neck, hold your back, hold your head, excuse, and look down your body as you lift up. Squeeze, out, in, down. Squeeze the entire time. We're gonna transition, so you're just gonna sit on the floor. And 3, 2, 1, we can move the ball. We're gonna go ahead and stand up. I'm just gonna bump mine out of the way. Lateral walks. You know this one, to the side, pushing the knees out. And we're just gonna keep going right to left for the minute, step, step. So it's super deliberate. You push your butt out, walk, drive with those knees, east and west. You know, the length of your mat. Trying to show you from all the sides here. And then we're gonna hit up glute kickback, either kneeling or standing. Total glute circuit here. Hitting up the hamstrings and the glutes, all of the glutes, especially right under the bum cheeks, which people call the lower glutes. And 3, 2, 1. So next up is standing glute kickbacks, or we could do it kneeling. I'll do the first one standing. Up and back down. Now, if at the knee, the band is not hard enough, you just put it at the feet. And it will definitely be hard enough after that. And if all you have is resistance bands, this can also work. With the handles or whatnot. So it's a quick transition. I'm just holding on with one hand. You can always hold on to the wall. Both hands to keep you more square, hands in front. If you have a machine at home, just hold on to that. Chair. And it can even work from the side, even if you just have one hand on the wall. You just need a hint of a balance check, just so that that's not the primary focus of the movement. If you're feeling it in the leg on the ground, that's normal. And 3, 2, 1, other side, up. And you can stay on the same side. Just make sure to kick with that heel, squeeze, back down. Your leg can be more straight or it can be bent, like a press. It's really up to you. And as long as you feel it in the majority of the time in the butt, you can even be more vertical if your lower back is feeling it. Halfway there. And we're moving it to the monster walks, the zigzag walks up our mat. Press and back. Press, back. And if the bands are not tight enough, we can add another band, change the band. So many different variations. Nice little gentle glute circuit. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Monster walks, zigzag steps up the mat. And then we're gonna go backwards as well. So we step and then step diagonally backwards. Pushing with the sides of the feet. I'm gonna show you from the front. Keep your toes front. Step, step. It could be super deliberate. Coming at you. And back. Press those knees out. That's the key. We just don't want your knees to cave in. Maintain tension in that band. And up. And of course back. So you get about like 5 steps all the way up, depending on how wide your steps are. Whew. Dumbbell squat coming up next with the abduction. And 5, 4, 3, 2. So you're gonna grab your weight. Hopefully your ball won't roll away on you. Goblet style, sumo style, wide, down, abduct, back up. Or you don't need the weight. If you're like, okay, I can just do it with the body weight, that can work as well. And out. So sit your butt down, out and up. Out, up. And up. We're gonna hit up a right and left deadlift next. Single leg. So if you need a balance check, we just use the wall again, or a chair. Something that's somewhat stable. Down, hold, out, in, up, squeeze. Glute tuck even, like a little glute squeeze at the top. And 3, 2, 1. Single leg. Now I was gonna do air squat, single leg with a kickstand. As long as your hips are square, okay, that your hips are staying stable, they're not twisting. But we can also turn that knee out if you want to add more stability. Up and back down, or you can use the wall, same side, opposite side, it doesn't matter. Meaning same leg with the weight in the same side. Here I'm doing opposite sides. I'm working my right leg, but my weight is in the left hand. Down, hold, up, squeeze. So everything comes from the back side. So down, up, show you from this side, down, up, squeeze. And 3, 2, 1, other side. So leg in front, one leg in back, just to keep a balance in there. Down, up, squeeze. And you can even hold your weight in the front. Both hands to maintain that hip squareness. Down, up. Slide the weight along your thigh, bottom of the knee. Stop, turn around, come back up. Use your glute. Down, up. So whether or not the leg is back or more to the side, it really is up to you and where you feel most balanced. Down, up, squeeze. Down, hold, squeeze. Last one is air squat. Now, if it's too much for your lower back, you can always do this move. No weight, just down, up and squeeze. And just work the pattern. 3, 2, 1, air squat, last one. So hands on head, hands on hips, down, up, and that shorter range of motion. More piston, more pumping for the last minute. And breathe. Get the weight into the heels. There you go. Halfway there. You're like, oh my God, what? Yes, only halfway there. Last 10 to 15 seconds. Don't worry, I got you. We'll take a full minute. Weight into the heels. Down, up, and 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Look at that, it ends with the music. 1 minute rest. We're gonna try the whole thing again. Take a breather. Whew. Building and reshaping glutes can work a ton of back because everything is connected up the chain. So you just make adjustments in order to allow your lower back to kind of adapt. So anytime it's too much, you just drop the weights, work the pattern, and keep moving, okay? Because it might be the external load. This might be enough for you. Just the mini band around the knees might be just enough for today, okay? So you always listen to any kind of pains or whatnot, ouch pains, not muscle pain, in order to, stay safe. Ready for round 2? Oh, look at you guys. You guys are totally ready. Yes, get those weights out if you need it. Hip thrust. Here we go. And 3, 2, 1, go. Oh my God, you guys are awesome. Yeah, I see some have the weight on the hips. You can grab it, roll it out, walk it out and down, hips up. You hold that weight on the top of the hips, somewhere in the mid range, not on the pelvic bone, but not on your belly necessarily. But that can work as well. Sometimes I put it on my belly because I find it digs into my hip bones. Up, hold. You can even give me a little double squeeze at the top to make sure that you're fully extending up to the top of the movement. Lateral walks are next. Down, up, squeeze. And keep going. Double pump, even with a double pump, abduct. You can up, double pump, abduct, and back down. And 5, 4, 3, 2, you can sit on the floor. Get that stability ball out of the way. Lateral walks are next. Clear my screen here. And lateral walks to the side. Boom. You can even switch it right to left if you want. Push those knees out. And remember, the lower you get, the harder it's gonna be, right? It's like a walking squat, basically. And I'm just doing it laterally, but there's so many different variations of this that you could be doing just to keep it fun and interesting and to work your body in a different way. Remember, the body likes easy. So once it starts, becoming easy, or you find yourself, losing technique, you have to kind of like, okay, I got to get back into this. I got to, correct the movement. Glute kickbacks coming up next. 3, 2, 1. If you want, you can do it half kneeling, or kneeling, not half kneeling. That would look awkward. Up, squeeze, back down. Core tight, just so you're not arching the center and it looks like a trampoline. The center should be very calm. And this is often, I see this with the center of the body, the core of the body looking like a trampoline when this kind of movement is done. I wouldn't say it's wrong, but I wouldn't exactly give it as a start point. Up, squeeze, drive with the heel, knee bent, or it could even be with the legs straight if you want. Just a little more glute, a little less hamstring. Up and squeeze, or you can always mix and match. Say 30 seconds, leg bent, 30 seconds, leg straight, and then you'll get the best of both worlds. And switch, 3, 2, 1. Luckily, this is a quick transition. You just basically have to adjust the band a little bit. Up and squeeze. And this is where watching the video or using a camera can help you to see where your body is in space, or if you happen to have a mirror, position the mirror so that when you just turn your head, you see your leg moving and where it is in relation to where you think it is. All the way down, all the way up, about 30 seconds. So we can transition if you want. Up and squeeze, down, squeeze. And squeeze, almost there. Monster walks coming up next. Core tight, up and in, now that it's fully activated from our previous workout. And 3, 2, 1, back in. Get yourself up at your leisure. Monster walk, zigzag up. Right to left. I have the band below the knees. I find the knees kind of lock that band in. And back. Get ready athletically. Show you from the front. Step, step, step. You can even make it a slow, quick movement. And back, in, out. Real quick, step. In, out, quick. Because I'm working it today. And back. Keeping the feet front, hips front, but stepping diagonally. And grabbing that dumbbell squats with the abduction. Got the goblet style going on here, just with the band. Tends to be a little harder to get the lower one in because the band is right in the middle. It can work though. Out, in, up, squeeze. Down, up, squeeze. Up and squeeze. Down, out, up, squeeze. Just don't let your knees cave in. You can always just do the goblet. No abduction. No abduction necessary. Or throw in that abduction. It's up to you how low you can go. But the bottom part of the squat is all glutes. It's glutes, 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 quad, hamstring. Up, squeeze. Or it could just be all the lower half. Not specifically any muscle group in the beginning. Kickstand, dumbbell deadlift. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. It could be held on. Right or left side, down, up, squeeze. So the band is just kind of there. Up and squeeze, keep your hips nice and square. You don't have to go fast in order to maintain that core stiffness. Your back flat, feeling it in your glutes all the way down. Down, 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 squeeze. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze all the way up. All the way down, all the way up, good. Exactly enough time today. Last 10 seconds, all the way down, all the way up. Slow squeeze, up and squeeze. And 3, 2, 1, other side. Show you from the front here. Leg back, down, up, squeeze. Down and squeeze. And breathe. Down, hold, up, squeeze, squeezing at that glute, squeeze, down, squeeze. Even when you go down, you should be squeezing. But this comes over time. So where this muscle is working, down here, under the hamstring, glutes, and a little bit, of course, of the lower back. Air squat coming up next. That's no weight. Down, push. 3, 3, 2, 1. Gently put that down. Nice, safe space. Down, up and squeeze. Or pump it. If you need more rest, just come up to the top, wait 1 or 2 breaths. Go down, slow, return, come back up. Into the heels. If you need to adjust anything, by all means. Down, up, squeeze. Breathe. Hang in there. Last one. You guys are doing amazing. Look at that. You've made it. And 3, 2, 1. Yes, you made it. We got 1 minute left. Let's take a deep breath in, deep breath out. Remember your cardio and your stretching. I want to wish you an amazing day. Let's do a deep breath in, cleansing breath. All the way in, hold it, reach to the sky. Oh, we can reach to the sides a little. Let that breath out. And again, all the way up. Hold. All the way out. Amazing job today, guys. So instead of the machine letting us, kicking us out, we're gonna say goodbye today. Bye, guys. We're gonna see you tomorrow. Have a great day.